tell me a little bit about how, the two of you met, how you met Tony. I want to know, like, a little bit about just...
Be nice.
That.
So I met Tony and Jamie when I did my first YSC Tour de Pink bike ride. I joined Team Why We Ride, which was Tony Dean was one of the co-captains. So I met Jamie that first year as well, so I've known both of them 5 years now.
So I did my first one in 2010. I met Tony there. It's a 3-day ride, and after the first day of the ride, they usually have a young survivor come and speak after the ride. One of the founders, Lisa Frank, had said, Jamie, would you be able to speak tonight? And I was like, after doing like 100 miles, you want me to come talk? I have no idea what I'm gonna say. I gave my speech, and I heard some sobbing coming from the back of the room. After I gave my speech, Tony introduced himself to me and, said my speech was very powerful and he appreciated it and thanked me for sharing my story. And Tony has become my Tour de Pink husband. We ride every year together. Tony rides in the SAG wagon every year.
And if you're at the back of the pack, you're with Tony.
Right. Tony has been a good friend to many of us. He's helped a lot of us. He's let a lot of us lean on him for a lot of things, whether it's cancer related or not. He's usually the first one to try and figure out a way to help us or to help you through any situation. He's the first one to just say, I got it, don't worry about it, let me handle it. He tries to act like a tough guy, but we all know that he is not. He's very emotional and very sweet. When they talk about a blessing from cancer, I've never been able to accept that. I don't find anything about cancer to be a blessing personally because I've had so much taken. However, there has been good that I would not have had, and I am very grateful for my friend Tony. Because he's not just my friend, he's like my brother. So
yeah, he's kind of the face of Tour de Pink. He gets to know all the survivors. He wants to know everybody's story. He hugs everybody and he loves everybody. Like, everybody feels special when they're with Tony. He truly cares. He's there for all the right reasons. He's exactly what Tour de Pink is all about. And all of the rides that I've done too, he's like, it doesn't matter how many miles you ride. That's not what it's about. It's about the money. It's about the money for the survivors. It's about being there for the breast cancer survivors. And he says it over and over, but he means every single word of it. He is the epitome of support and just everything there for all the right reasons.
And what's amazing about Tony is he was touched by breast cancer through a friend. So it wasn't like it was family related, it wasn't like it was immediate, it was his very close friend, Kristen Martinez. She's the one who encouraged him to do Tour de Pink. And he was like, you want me to do what? And he did not want anything to do with it. And Kristen ended up getting very sick and she was gonna ride with him, and unfortunately she passed away before she could ride. So that first year, Tony decided he was riding for Kristen. And he did that for Kristen. And he has continued to do this for her legacy because of what an impact she made on his life. And then therefore he turned it around to make impact on the rest of us.
Being a breast cancer survivor, yeah, while it sucks in so many ways, it's brought some really amazing people in my life. And Tony's definitely one of them. Jamie, so many other people. You get around a lot of these people and you're like, these are my people. And you meet people like Tony and you're like, these are the people that make the difference in the world, that put the money where their mouth is. These are the doers, not just the talkers.
And it's hard every year because when you go back every year, you're missing someone. You would think after Tony losing Kristen, after that first year, he'd be like, okay, I fulfilled my promise to her and I'm done. And nope, he's there every year. Even that one year he didn't ride when it was in his hometown, he still came to buy us all drinks after we got off the bike.
Raised a ton of money.
Raised a ton of money.
This past year, we lost the face of Tour de Pink. Lisa Frank passed. She was the co-founder, if not really the founder.
Yeah.
Of YSC, of Tour de Pink.
Her and Matt Perdue and maybe 3 other riders, and they rode from Boston to Manhattan. And they had no support, they had nowhere to stay. They would call people that they knew along the route and say, hey, can we crash on your floor? And that's how the first Tour de Pink happened. And then they realized, okay, this is kind of picking up steam. People are showing interest and saying, like, that's pretty cool. Like, how do you do that? And that's how it then turned into this huge 3-day fundraiser with, we could have over 200 riders some year and raising, I think one year I remember it was almost $750,000 on the East Coast alone, and now there's a West Coast. It's amazing because you get to be with people like you, people that you can connect with, and then you find your family, not just your people, but your family. I mean, we are very much a Tour de Pink family. We have a bubble, and we stay in that bubble for 3 days, and it brings us peace, and it brings us joy, and we can forget all the other bullshit. And it's just...
Everybody's there just with a big heart and just for nothing but goodness, just to support each other and share your stories and know that you're not alone, and everybody's there for all the right reasons.
And swearing.
And that.
Awesome.
I say going up hills.
Yes.